Okay, hi there, welcome. My name is Tony Taylor from Tony Taylor Fitness. I'm 59 years of age. I've been training people between their 50s, 60s and 70s for about 3 or 4 years now. And during that time, I've been thinking about designing a workout that anyone can do, especially the people over 50 years of age, that can build muscle fast and safely. So I've got something worked out which I call a no excuse workout. It takes 7 minutes. Because what I've found is that people, as they get older, they're losing muscle mass. There's something called sarcopenia, which is basically losing lean muscle mass. And it happens at the age of 40. It's almost like having this very, very slow puncture on your 4 tyres of your car. So little bit by little bit, the tyres are getting less firm, the car's running more sluggish, parts of the cars are wearing out. You've got the idea. Same thing with your body. You lose muscle mass and the same thing, your performance goes down, you get fatigued quicker, and all this sort of bad stuff happens. So people just go out for a walk. Walking's great, but unfortunately walking does not build muscle because there's one thing missing about walking, and it's something called progressive overload. Whenever you exercise, you must give your body a bit more work to do. You've got to stress out a little bit more each time. And what happens? The body responds by growing more muscle fibers or using more muscle fibers. And that's what we do in this program. Because it's progressive, anyone can do it. And I mean anybody. I've got a 75-year-old guy doing press-ups now. Albeit he's doing what you call body elevated press-ups, he's doing press-ups and doing them very well. So, the exercise routine takes 7 minutes. There are no excuses because it's quick, it's safe, it's effective. You can do it at home with a friend. I do recommend you get a friend to do it with. That makes you more accountable. You don't need any equipment. When you do, other than just a nice, sturdy kitchen chair, that's all you need to do the exercise routine. No need to go to the gym, no need to pay expensive gym memberships, no need to buy equipment in that never gets used anyway. The cross trainers, the treadmills, the stationary bikes, we've all got them. We're probably all hanging our washing on now. That's where mine is. I never used it, but now I find a better way of exercising, which is functional. And when I mean functional, I mean things where you can, your life's better, because when you're moving your life, you're bending, stretching, turning, this exercise routine will help all that functional movement in life. But before we go any further, I must make a point. You must, if you are concerned about exercise, check with your GP, show them the workout, explain what you're doing before you want to do it, before you go into the workout. And secondly, if you feel any sort of pain, any dizziness while you're doing the routine, stop. Have a rest, have a drink of water. Yes, and don't forget the water, you need that as part of your routine. Keep sipping the water as you go through, keep yourself hydrated. Like I said, the 5 tips, find yourself a friend to work with, get some water, do the exercises properly, watch my coaching video, which follows this video, very closely, and pick out all the points. Good form is important, really is that you do the exercise properly. And the 5th thing is make sure that I believe it's something called less is more, where you do 2 or 3 things properly rather than 10 exercises badly. So like again, watch the coaching video a few times over. Because you're going to follow this presentation now. Enjoy yourself, do it every day, and let me know how you go on, because I really believe this is a great routine. Okay? Good luck. Hi, it's Tony again, welcome back. As promised, this is our coaching section of the video. So, as I said before, watch it a few times over, maybe with a friend so you get an idea of what it's all about, because it really is important we get good form when doing the exercises. Don't forget your water, and not more to say, let's get started. So the first exercise we're going to look at is something we call the power stand. You'll will need a chair for this, so get a sturdy kitchen chair and put it against a wall. That's the first thing you should note. Secondly, let's think about the exercise. It's a functional exercise. What I mean by functional is that we all get up and down out of a chair every day. We get in and out of a car. It's the same muscles you're using. And the muscles you're using there is all your lower body muscles. Your quad muscle, your thigh, your back of your leg, your hamstrings, and your often forgotten bum muscles, which are the biggest in your body. Your glute maximus is your biggest in your body. And no one ever exercises it. This exercise helps work those muscles. So, think about it, watch it closely, and we'll go for the 7 important things you should note when doing the exercise, okay? Okay, the first thing we should note is we've got our chair. Let's sit on the edge of the chair. So not too far back, you're away from the back of the chair, you sit on the edge of the chair, and that's a starting point. Okay, second point is you have your feet in line with your knees, in line with your hips. So everything's nicely in line, not too wide, not too narrow. Okay? Thirdly, you outstretch your arms. Don't shrug your shoulders. A lot of people tend to shrug their shoulders. I can say that, I'll try that again. Shrug their shoulders. Arms outstretched, and we're almost ready to start. Okay, so we've got you in a great position now to start your power stand. What you must do to make it into a power stand is drive through your heels. Imagine you're pushing your heels into the ground, and that will activate the bigger bum muscles. They're the ones you want to get stronger, so they're the ones you can activate by driving your heels into the ground. Give that a go. Okay, next thing we do, when you get into the top of the almost stood up, try and squeeze your bum muscles. I know it's a bit unusual one, but that makes your hips fully extend straight. That's what we're trying to do, fully extend your hips so you really are stood upright. Don't forget that's a really important one. Okay, you stood up, so now you've got to go down again. But lower your staff down in a controlled manner. Don't just slam down, lower your staff down slowly until you touch the chair, ready for your next power stand. Okay, as we go through our power stand, it's important to note we do power up, but we go down slow and controlled. We don't go up quick and come down quick, because that's not the idea. The idea is to lower yourself down slowly, up quick, but lower yourself down slowly. Okay? Finally, one thing really important thing to know, if you want to keep your knees really healthy, don't let them cave in. If your knees cave in as you're standing up, you get some serious knee pain. So try and drive your knees outwards, over your toes. It feels like you're driving a lot wider than you are, but really in essence, you're just driving them over your toes. That's a really good tip. Okay? Good luck. Okay, you've got the 7 tips. You know why you're doing the exercise, to improve your lower body strength. So when you do the thing in the follow along video, you're going to do that for 30 seconds. So think about how many times you're going to up and down in 30 seconds and then try and improve that number. Simple as that. That's what you call progressive. So look at the video, think about the 7 points, start off slowly, and exercise 1's done. Okay. Okay, here we go, exercise number 2. This is called the push-up hold, or push-up hold leading to push-ups. Okay, equipment required for this one is our good old chair. And from then we're going to discuss the exercise itself and why we do it. The push-up hold, or push-up hold leading to push-ups, is a great core exercise. So that's one reason we do it. Also, it strengthens your chest and all your upper back muscles. But like I say, only if you do it correctly. So keep watching for the 5 good reasons why this exercise really works those muscles. Okay? Okay, number 1, when you're going down to the push-up hold, make sure your hands are directly below your shoulders. Okay, here we are doing our push-up hold, and as you can see, my arms are going straight down from my shoulders, so my hands are directly underneath my shoulders. If you feel it's too much pressure on your hands, You can put a cushion under there to soften your hands a little bit. The most important thing is your hands are directly under your shoulders, not like that where you're too far away from it. You've got to be trying getting yourself walking forward into that nice position where you're pushing down onto the chair. Okay, what we also, point number 2 is, what we're trying to do here is get ourselves a really good standing posture and take that standing posture into an angle so that most people, you don't see people in that good a position. So we're going to try and create that, which really means taking your heels as far away from your head as possible. So I'll repeat that again, your heels as far away from your head as possible in a nice straight line. Okay. Okay, next point is try and keep your heels away from your head. And by that I mean you get a lot of people do push-ups or push-up holds. They tend to have their bottom up in the air. That's a bit exaggerated, but you get the idea. You've got to walk your heels away from your head. Get nice and long, have a nice straight line. Again, hands under shoulders, but get a nice long line. Okay, point number 3, similar to point number 2, but let's think about this now. What I'm trying to create is a nice line from the back of your head. If you drew a line from the back of your head, it should touch the back of your head, your upper back, and your coccyx, which is the lower of your back, the bottom part of your back. Nice straight line. That's what we're trying to create. Give that a go. Okay, you've seen my posture when I'm standing, which is a nice straight posture. All I was trying to do is recreate that posture in this push-up hold position. And what I see in a lot of cases is people lose that in their midsection. They do this. They lose it there too much. You've got to be a strong core. That means you brace yourself as if something's going to hit you in the stomach. Suck your belly button in and brace that mid part of your core. And that you're doing a great workout alone just doing that. Number 4. Basically what you're trying to do when you do a push-up is get your shoulder blades moving together and then apart. And when I mean apart, at the top of the actual push-up hold, there should be flat to your back, and you'll see that quite clearly. Okay? Okay, you're ready to do some push-ups now. You've got a nice strong push-up hold position, but now you want to do some push-ups. So the important thing is everything stays in line. It all works together. There's no bend in the middle. That's where you're probably going to lose it in the middle. And look out for the head. The head's got a habit of going down and dropping down before the rest of the body. So everything's got to stay in that perfect line we talked about at point 3. Okay? One point to mention is that some of the guys out there, you may not be able to hold the push-up hold with good form for all 30 seconds. So if you want to, it's an option. You can need a pillow just below your knees. If you have to bring your knees down and kneel down, only for a second, where you gather yourself and come straight back up. And if you keep doing it, that is your goal, to be able to do it for all 30 seconds and go from there. That's why it's called progressive exercise. That's the important thing. Okay, in conclusion, the push-up hold. The idea is to try and do it for 30 seconds, then start doing some push-ups, and then count how many push-ups you're doing in 30 seconds, and eventually you may be able to move from the chair down to something lower, because the lower you go to the ground, the harder it is. That's why we keep emphasising it must be progressive. You're putting a load on your body every single time. That way you get stronger. Good luck. Okay, exercise number 3, we call it the back lunge. Okay, for this exercise we don't need any equipment, no chair, nothing, only your body weight. So, we chose the back lunge as our third exercise because again, it works your lower body. It works your thigh muscles and your glute muscles, but more than that, it works your balance, it works your coordination, it works your ankle flexibility. There's an awful lot going on in this exercise. So before we get into any more, let's look at the 5 important points you look at when we do the exercise. Okay, so the first point to note is that when you step back, so you've got your left foot in front, your right foot stepping back, for this example, you try and step back onto your toe. So you imagine your left foot's on a train track, and your right foot's on the other side of the track, and you're stepping back in line. So some people have a problem with that. Some people tend to step out with their foot out to the side, where the whole flat foot is on the ground. I think probably because their balance is not quite confident with their balance, they can't step onto that toe. So what you could do, if you want to, you could bring the chair back in again, or even the side of a wall, anything that you feel you can hold on to, just until you feel confident to better step back onto that toe. Okay? Okay, number 2 is when you step back, it's like a two-phase thing. You step back, then you take your knee to the ground. But there's 2 things there. First of all, you decide at first how far you want to step back. And second, you decide how far you want to take your knee to the ground. And as you progress, you may be able to do both a bit more. But what I'm getting at is that when you do step back and you take your knee to the ground, that avoids you leaning forward too much. By taking your knee to the ground, you're sinking down and you're not leaning forwards, and it puts more work on the front leg. That's the point of what I'm trying to say. Okay, as we go into the back lunge, the idea is to try and keep your torso fairly upright. We don't want to see people doing this, leaning forward too much, because that doesn't load up the leg as much as this one does when you're straight down. The idea of the exercise is to load up the front leg, really working hard here, and drive through it. And doing that does not really load up the leg. So step back, sink down, leg loaded up, and drive up tall. Next point, when you step back, make sure that the leg at the front knee, isn't going too far over the toe, because that can be painful for your knee. So to watch that, and usually a sign that you haven't quite stepped back far enough. So just think about that one. Okay, as we step back, it's important that this knee stays this side of the toe. We don't want a situation where we only step back a little bit and the knee is going past the toe. We've got to step back far enough for the knee to stay way behind the toe line. And that way, this area stays nice and healthy. So step back enough. We don't want this to happen. You've got to step back and sink down a little bit and drive up. Okay, you've stepped back, you've got your knee going towards the ground, everything's in line, hopefully. Now is what we call the drive phase of the move, where the good stuff happens. So you must drive through that front heel, push it into the ground, and that again activates the glute muscles at the back, the big leg muscles, by driving as powerful as you can, but smoothly. Drive as hard as you can, drive the heel into the ground. Okay? Okay, going back to point 1 almost, when you're stepping backwards, think about these train tracks. So don't step back too much in line with the front foot, almost like a tightrope, because then your balance is going to be compromised. Step back a little bit to the side, but still have your toe facing forward, everything nicely in line, but give yourself a bit of width, and that gives you a bit of a wider base to go with. Again, as you progress, again, that word, you can make it a bit narrower and challenge your balance a bit more, okay? Okay, the back lunge, a great exercise for balance, for lower body strength, but the most important thing is take your time. Don't move forward until you balance your back, till you step back, you balance, then move. That's an important thing to note as well. And do as many as you can in 30 seconds, but do them properly. Less is more, okay? Okay, we got there in the end, final exercise, and don't forget you need your chair. That's your equipment now, your chair. We call it a mountain climber, and it's a great core exercise. The core is the mid-top part of your body. Good strong core means a good healthy back. So do it right, and you're still working your upper body as well, your shoulders and your upper back, but mainly it's a core exercise. So let's look at the 3 important points to make this exercise successful for you. First point, very simple, it's a push-up hold. That's how we start it. So just refer back to our previous points about the push-up hold, which you should remember by now anyway, and we'll go on to point 2. Okay, point 2, we've got our push-up hold position nailed, it's really solid, and then from there all we do is drive one knee up at a time. Alternate your knees, right, then left, but while you're doing that, don't take your knees so far up that your whole body moves. Your upper body must stay nice and still, okay? Okay, here we are in that push-up hold position again. So hopefully you should have got that sorted now, you know what you're doing there. So to do the mountain climber, we're going to drive our knees up. But what I do see in a lot of cases, training people, their body moves with their knees. That's not the idea. You have to keep your body nice and still, and your legs work below you with your body nice and still. Okay, I mentioned in point 2 a little bit, don't move your upper body, you've got to keep really still. Your legs are moving below you, left, right, slowly, not too far, but try and keep your upper body still. And what's keeping you still is your core muscles are working overdrive to keep your body still. Okay, good luck. In conclusion, I said before, it's a core exercise. It must be done properly to get the real benefit of it, out of it. Work up slowly. You may not do any mountain climbers where you move your legs up first, but bit by bit, you better add that to the exercise. But start off slowly, like we always say you must do, and enjoy it, okay? Hi, you've watched the coaching points, hopefully. You've taken note, you've done them all, you've tried them, ideally with a friend so you can watch each other to make sure you're doing it correctly. Take your time, there's no rush. There's 4 exercises. You know what they all are now. There's 2 lower body exercises and 2 upper body exercises. And like I said in the intro, it's really important that you just take your time and you get really good form, because that's what it's all about. You get the best benefit from an exercise when you do it properly. So like I say, watch it 2 or 3 times, go over it, and when you feel ready, you can go straight into the follow along video with a timer and the whole thing, and hopefully you'll enjoy it. But I keep reiterating, start off slowly, build up gradually, and you'll see yourself in 6 months, 12 months time, a stronger, more energized person than you were today. I can guarantee that. Enjoy it. Okay, we're finally here. This is the time for your follow along video, or workout, should I say. You've got some water, you check with your GP, everything's fine there, you're in no pain, you may have a friend working out alongside you, so you'll need 2 chairs. So just take your time, it won't go perfect at once. Hopefully you watch all the coaching videos maybe 2 or 3 times. You know what good form looks like now, and you can do the exercises properly or pretty close to properly, and we'll go from there. We'll get started in just 2 seconds. Okay, off we go. We're going to start getting warmed up, ready for our workout. And what I do with all my clients is to start marching on the spot. So you're all doing the same thing now, follow along, drive your knees up nice and high. And once you've done that, we tend to take our arms up in the air, and just makes it a little bit more difficult. Keep driving your knees up nice and high. The clock's ticking down. This will be about for a minute about a minute just marching, just get your body a bit warmer and also getting slightly out of breath. After this, we'll start our workout. You know the 4 exercises now? We'll do them all 4 exercises, but in a nice, low intensity manner. Not too hard, Just get your body primed for the main workout. Keep doing this for the time being. Are you still with me? Marching up, keep driving. Okay, minute gone. Let's get started. I'm going to start a timer on our clock. You've got a timer on your screen, so that'll be it. We've got 30 seconds of work with 10 seconds rest each time. Let's get started with our power stand. You know the routine now? Off we go. Nice and easy. Driving up nice and quick, going down slow. Nice and quick, down slow. This is only our warm-up. We're taking our time. We're not going full out yet. Just going down slow, up not as quick. It's just our way of getting the body ready for the main workout. You must always do a warm-up. Okay? Getting ready for our press and hold. Clock's ticking down. Get yourself ready. Off we go again. 30 seconds of time ticking down. You can have a hold it here. You can start doing the push-ups. But still remembering this is not the workout, it's only the warm-up. If you need to come down with your knees on the floor, you can do that as well for a rest. If you are strong enough, just hold it there. And if you're really strong, you do the odd little movement, squeezing your shoulder blades together, holding it. Okay, our back lunge. Get ourselves ready. We'll step with our left leg at the front first of all. And off we go. You know the routine now? We step back, we sink down, we drive up. I'm going to switch legs in a warm-up, but the main thing will be work left leg and right leg. We're going to change now. Stepping back, sinking down, getting both legs warmed up. You know the routine. Nice and smooth. This is only the warm-up. Get ourselves ready. Okay, it's mountain climber time. Get your hands under your shoulders, you know the routine now. Nice long position, nice line, and off we go. Smooth, do it nice and slow. The workout's coming up soon. Get yourself ready. Don't forget that water. Get the odd drink, have it on hand. Don't forget your water. Almost there, getting ready for the main workout. Okay, let's get ready. This is it now. We're going to mean business now. This is a workout with a start. Good position, get yourself ready. Okay, off we go. This is a workout now, guys. Down, slow, controlled, up quick. Down, slow, controlled, up quick. Down, slow, controlled. Nice and smooth. Stay with me. We'll work at your pace, but do it properly. Keep good form right the way through. I'm getting warm already. Great workout this is. Push-ups next. Keep going nice and quick. All the way to the end. Okay. Getting down. Good position. Get yourself ready. And off we go. Nice and easy. I'm doing push-ups. I'm getting a few done. Keep my form hopefully. Keep my body nicely in line. Again, work out your own pace. If you've got to hold it, just hold it. If not, keep going. Nice and easy. Nice and smooth. And take your breaks when they come. Okay, left foot forward, right foot back, breathe. Get your breaths. We're stepping back on our right, first round, left at the front. Off we go, step back, stand up, good. Step back, down, push up. Drive to that left heel. Nice and tall. Nice and easy. Keep going, still with me hopefully. Get nice big breaths. Keep your form, do it properly, got to do it in my time. Work out at your own pace. As long as you do it properly. Mountain climber coming up. Okay, breathe. Get your breaths. Let's go again. 10-second break, it's gone already. Let's go. Smooth. Got one round to go. Nice and smooth. Keep your posture, keep your form. If you can go quicker, go quicker. Nice and easy. Work at your own pace. My body's staying nice and still, just moving my legs. Breathe. Okay, second round. Back to our power stand, edge of the seat. Feet nice angle here, arms out in front, get ready. Let's go again. Almost there. Just over 2 minutes to go, we're done. Working hard, it's gonna be tough second round. Drive up tall, extend those hips. Nice and tall. Down slowly and controlled. Keep it going. See me getting out of breath now. Nice and smooth. Nice and easy. Keep it going. Okay. Back to our press ups. So last time. Breathe. Recover. Get along. Get a good form. Off you go again. Last round. Press ups. Nice and easy. Pushing through. Keep it going. Driving down. If you need to rest, rest. Keep strong though, keep good position. Last few. Clock's ticking. Whatever you've got to do, do it. It's your exercise. Nice and strong. Okay, it's our back lunge. This is right foot forward this time. I've done left foot forward, right foot forward. Let's go. Step up, drive up tall. Step back, sink down, drive up tall. Step back, sink down, drive up through that heel. Step back, drive up tall. Drive up tall. Drive up tall. Keep going. Drive up. Keep going, keep driving through that heel. Step back, sink down, drive. Almost at the end of the workout. Keep going. It's great, it should only work out in just 7 minutes. What a great idea. Keep going. Okay, near the end. Hands on the shoulders, mountain climbers, off we go. So work at your own pace. I'm going quite quick now. Keep going, nice and solid. You go slow if you have to, or just hold it, it's up to you. It's your workout, whatever you can do to keep your body still. We're almost at the end. Almost there. Drink of water afterwards, I think. Keep going. Okay, we're done. Well done. Okay, done the workout. Hope you enjoyed it. It wasn't too hard, it wasn't too easy. And remember, with the beauty of this type of exercise, you've got to try and progress it. Try and make it a bit harder for yourselves. In the next video, we'll show you some progressions for the guys who want to do it a bit harder. We've got lots and lots of ways to make it harder. You've done the workout, get yourself a good protein-based meal now, and I'll see you again soon. Hi, welcome back again. This is now the progression video. By now you've watched the intro, the coaching points, and you've even watched the follow-on workout. And maybe you found that it's too easy for you. So now the time for the guys who are a bit fitter to make it a bit harder. Because as I said all along, the only way to get stronger is to push your body a little bit more whilst keeping good form. Less is more. Do it properly, otherwise no point in doing it. Don't advance too fast. What we're going to do now is introduce each exercise again, very briefly, but give you the harder option. And by the time you've finished, I will challenge anybody that I can make them sweat really hard, do exactly the same exercise as you've been doing at a low level, but they'll do it at a much higher level. So stay tuned for the progression video. Okay, progression number 1 is our power stand. First of all, we had a chair, and now we take the chair away. We leave our arms out, all the same form applies, everything that applied before applies again, but there's no safety net of a chair. So we take that away, and that's what we do to make the power stand a lot harder. Obviously you can move up and down quicker, but that is the main basis of making the power stand harder. Here we are, okay, we're doing our power stand. Well, we should call it a squat really, but here we go. So you start off with your feet slightly turned out, reasonably wide stance, just over hip width apart. You put your arms out in front, don't shrug, shoulders down, arms stay out the whole time. Then from there you push your hips back, as if you try to find that seat behind which is not there anymore. Sit back, drive your knees wide and stand up powerfully through your heels. Sit back, drive it powerfully through your heels. That's all we do. Sit back, push through your heels and fully stand upright. And that is your squat or your power stand. Okay? Okay, the push-up hold progression. We first of all did it on a chair with our body elevated. So all we do now is take our body through less elevation, bit by bit. We take it nearer to the floor, and eventually you do your press-ups on the floor. So, and you do as many as you can. So obviously the really fit guys will be up and down maybe 25 times in 30 seconds. But only if they're doing it correctly. There's no point in doing it if you're not doing it correctly. And beyond that, you can get some resistance bands you put around your back and you hold it down with your hands, and that makes it super hard. But that's progression for the next video maybe, but that's how we do progress the push-up, by taking our body lower and lower and lower while still keeping perfect form. Okay, here we are for the push-up progression. So we've gone from our chair to a step now, and with a step you've got obviously the highest step you can get. We can take out one of the portions at the bottom to make it lower. So we're sitting lower than we were on the chair. So again, keeping really good form, keeping our hand under our shoulders. We go into our push-up position. And then if you want to do a whole lot, that's fine, but if you want to do some decent push-ups, keeping the head really high, doing some really good full push-ups, and there we go. And obviously the obvious thing from there is to move the step away and go onto the floor, and that's the hardest version of a push-up. So we get our hand and spread our fingers out, get our hands under our shoulders again, step back, get yourself in a good position before you start, and then start knocking out some nice proper form push-ups, extending to the top. That's all we're trying to do, nice and strong. And that's the push-up progression. Okay, the back lunge progression. It is a hard exercise in itself, so if you're doing it correctly where you're stepping back, your knees going close to the ground, you're driving up more powerfully, you're keeping your balance, you're going narrower, that makes it harder by going narrower, because that challenges your balance more. But if you do want some more progression, put some load in your hands, have some dumbbells in your hands, start off with 2, 3, 4, 5 kilos, and see if you can still keep your form by doing it properly. Stepping back big enough, keeping that knee in line, you know the routine. So that's how we make the back lunge harder. Okay. Okay, here we are looking at the back lunge progression. This time I've got some weights in my hand. That's the obvious way to make the exercise harder, whilst hopefully keeping really good form. So again, we just step back. We sink our knee to the ground, we drive it nice and powerful. It's a whole lot harder with weights in your hand. And you're doing the usual thing, alternating your legs between rounds. So we do our left leg first round, then we do our right leg second round, and so on. But keeping your form really good. And that's the progression for the back lunge. And finally is our mountain climber. Again, like the push-up, we take the chair away, we have a bench, a lower height, or you go on the floor. That's one progression. The second one, rather than taking your knees straight up, you go across the body with your knees. That is a lot harder. And again, for super hard, you put a band around your back, pushes you down like a resistance band, but again, that's super hard. But keeping form, keeping the body still, Just take your body lower to the ground. And that's how we make the mountain climber harder. Give that a go. Okay, we are for the mountain climber progression. As with the push-up progression, we're using the same step. We can take the bottom bit out to make it lower. But let's start here first of all. Hand on the shoulders, nothing changes. But again, we're doing our mountain climbers. And to make it harder, we can take our legs across the body. Like this, nice and smooth. And there's 2 levels of progression. And finally, to make it hardest of all, we're going to the ground. Hand on the shoulders. It's the pure core exercise now. Get nice in position, nice and strong, and get going nice and quick. And that is a workout like you can't believe. Nice and smooth, keeping going, you even get a good rhythm going. And that's the sort of workout you do when you get to a good level. Okay? Mountain climber progression.